Hello, everybody. Today I thought we'd take a look at the new game called Vane. Uh, it's a demo. It's not even early access. It's just a game demo, and I thought I'd do like a playthrough sort of thing of what the demo has so far. I'm only slightly familiar with the game. I've kind of gotten in and kicked around a little bit, but haven't really played it as far as trying to play through or any like the real in-depth content or anything like that. So uh, I will say my first impressions. This game is being developed by two people currently. There's a developer and a level designer, and from what I understand, they've got about 2 years into it, and I'm impressed so far. Graphically, it's got a ways to go to be up to current standards of like Scum or whatnot. And movement wise, like smoothness wise, yeah, there's some problems. There's some glitches. There's some bugs, as you'd expect. It's a demo. There's some incomplete things. There's some placeholders for some clothing items and whatnot that kind of just look the same. There's not a lot of variety there, but overall, the way it runs and plays and the kind of direction it appears to be going, I'm really impressed. So I'm not going to take too long right now. So I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to start a brand new character, and I'm just going to do single player. Actually, I'm going to leave it open for possible multiplayer in the future. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to play it as single player for now at least, and we'll see where it goes. Maybe it'll only be an episode or two. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, we can talk more as we go. But let's hit new game, and pretty limited options here by default. But we're gonna say multiplayer yes, which is gonna add some things here. So I'm gonna leave it as private. Call it CalStream. Better set a password I know. Uh, Public would make it visible in the servers list, which I'm not going to worry about that right now. Hide will close I am going to do because I'm not a fan of armor per se, but the stats boosts it gives you in games are great. So I like the idea of being able to hide them. So I'm going to turn that on. Base damage in what we've been playing, base damage seems a little rough to me. I'm not a huge fan in survival games of decay rates anyways, because things don't decay as fast as they do in a game. And it loses a little realism for me if I have to constantly worry about fixing my base. If it was scalable base damage, which I don't think it is yet, maybe we could scale it back and make it more realistic, but I like that it's a separate thing and not like a... Oh, no, wait, actually, that's the zombie one. I'm going to leave that one on, but the built structure decay, that I'm going to turn off. Sorry. Yeah, if it was scalable, we could probably tune it better to something more realistic, but right now we'll leave it off. This stuff I'm not really clear on, so we're going to leave that as it was, and we'll go with that. Let's look at the advanced stuff a little bit here. So permadeath, you can make it self-explanatory. We're not going to deal with that. Iron Man cannot manually save your game. I'm probably not going to do a lot of saving, but I do like the idea of saving as I exit, so I'm going to leave that off for now. Loot scarcity, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave that stuff at normal. Start time, power failure, water failure, we're going to leave them at normal. Basically, after a month and a half of game time, power will fail. After a month of game time, water will fail. So you gotta get yourself ready. It seems like this game is going to be geared more towards like an apocalypse. Wow, apocalypse happening, and the different stages that would go through, and that's really cool to me. So we'll leave it like it Defaults, headshots only, zombies only die from headshots. I really like the idea of that option, but I'm not going to turn it on right now because I'm new and the game is a little buggy in spots anyway, so we're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave the rest of this right at default, I believe, because, you know, brand new game, brand new stuff. Always zombify. So in this game, you have a chance of zombifying before or after death. And this setting would make it so you always zombify. I'm going to leave it off. I think we'll leave it a little random for now. Hordes on or off. Hordes to spawn if you make too much noise or have too large of a base. We're going to leave that on, obviously. So we're going to go past that. Kind of a really nice looking splash screen here. Some items are stackable. Yes, some items are stackable. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about the game, but I do know some of the base level stuff. So here's your character creation. I'm not going to go through all this. In fact, I'm going to go through none of that part because I have a character. You can make your character and save it to the clipboard, save it off in a file, and restore it, which is a really nice feature. I don't know why more games don't have this, but so that makes our character. Base character, and then you've got these stat things that you can set up. You can use 3 of them, and I'm not going to really go through each one and describe it, but what we're going to do for this playthrough is agility, your stamina, and aerobic fitness. We're going to go down here. There's an immunity, immune system strength, and then we're going to go down to vitality, resistance to injury. We're going to put those on because, yeah, like I said, first playthrough, all that. So makes sense to set yourself up good. There's weapon handling, sneaking, scavenging. There's all kinds of stuff. And these are levelable as you play, so it's not the end of the world if you screw up here. And then you've got an occupation that you were before the apocalypse, right? So there's a bunch of them: athlete, banker, chef, college student. They all have different things, and if you click on one, you get an idea of like the items you get. You don't really get, you don't get the radio, I don't think, but you get some items that kind of match with what you were before, right? So I've done a couple of these. I thought it would be kind of fun in this one to do police officer, which gives you +10 to weapon handling, +5 to repair, and +5 to driving. So I really like, actually, the thief is how I've done most of my stuff. +10 sneaking, +5 hot wiring, +10 lock picking. But like I said, that's all levelable. It's really just your initial stat bonuses. There's also a unprepared, which nothing. You get nothing. No stat bonuses, no equipment, right? Which is probably how I'll usually play when this game becomes a thing. Assuming it becomes an early access and then a real game. From what I've read, they do plan to do early access on this at some point. Currently, this demo is free. I like the way they're talking, that they plan to price the game through whatever various stages based on what they feel it's worth, and they've said that it's a demo and there's some incomplete things, and right now they feel it's worth free. So that's very upstanding to me. So I'm, like I said, so far I've been pretty impressed, and I thought I'd do a playthrough and kind of get the game out there a little bit, because it doesn't seem like it's out there terribly much. It'll be interesting to see this. It shows a police backpack showing up over here, so I'll be interested to see if we get that or not. I just don't know. So then you can do uniqueness, kind of physical impairments or character quirks or whatever. So there's a bunch of them, like character can't smell. Only way to reduce stress is killing things. There's a bunch of them. Most of them have a negative. Like, the only way to reduce stress is killing things is kind of a negative, because you could be really, really stressed and having trouble, and a nap would fix that, right? But you can't. You got to go out and kill something in your degraded state. So Yeah, it's kind of a trade-off, right? Couch potato, eating foods, cooked foods causes stress. Junk food has no debuffs. This would be pretty decent at the beginning when there's plentiful junk food, but from what I've seen and the little bit I've played, I think you're gonna run out of junk food. um, Daredevil, I actually usually take this one because driving fast causes excitement instead of panic. So um, this is one of the few that has like a, it's just a plus to me, right? It says be careful of heart attacks. I don't know if that's, maybe that's a thing. I don't know. But you can be diabetic. There is insulin in the game that you can find. I don't know if there's a way to make it like after the supply runs out. So I don't know, but it's interesting that they in a demo they've got some things. There's for a demo with two developers in from what I understand 2 years. There's a lot of depth to this already, even though graphically and stuff it needs some time, but I'm impressed with the depth I've seen. But anyways, I'm not going to go all through all these, but you need glasses to see clearly. Um, Nomad, you will spawn on the outskirts of your chosen spawn location away from most points of interest. That's kind of cool. That would probably be something I might do. Um, Pale, your character sunburns more easily. It doesn't seem to change your character's appearance, but oh shit. I didn't realize that you can click more than one. I did not know that. That's interesting. Wow, I almost set myself right up. But yeah, but on the sunburn, there is sunscreen in the game, so seems like that's a thing. Chance of sleepwalking. I mean, there's some kind of cool stuff there. We're gonna go with Daredevil for now, and then there's two starting locations. So the map is fairly small currently. They do plan to make it bigger. From what I understood, it's going to cover uh, the northeastern U.S. to some extent and extend up into Canada to some extent. And then they say that who knows long term, but so the difference here, it's the same map. You're not going to be in a totally different map. Saranac is going to put you in a more um, town, small city based setting, and Redford puts you out like in a small rural hamlet. So we're going to start in Saranac just because we're just kind of doing a playthrough here. And, we'll find more stuff here quicker. So we'll just do that. So say finish, and we're going to spawn in. Nothing, no major scenario spawning in, no cutscene or nothing. Like I said, it's a demo. So controls are pretty basic, and by basic I mean they're pretty standard. WASD and mouse controls and that kind of thing. So defaults to E for interaction. I changed it to F because I play a lot of Scum, and yeah, I don't want to get my muscle memory more confused than it is. This window must be boarded up, but so you can search things. Oh, flashlight. You can search things. You'll find canned tomatoes. You see it's moldy, so yeah, don't eat that because you will get sick. I'll show that later when we're in a little better shape. But thread, we're going to keep thread. Handhold console. You can dismantle things for materials. We need a tool for that. We haven't got one yet. This is interesting. This is kind of amazing. 3 baseball bats in here. Baseball bat is a good weapon, especially if you put nails in it, which you need a bench to do. But base melee damage 15 and base DPS. But I see we've got a police baton. Okay, so this came because we're a cop, right? But you see this is 5 and 13, which not shabby for starting out, but 15 and 18 much better. Speed, the baton speed is much faster. So I'm going to take one of these baseball bats, but because I've never tried it before, I'm going to try the baton first just to see what it's like. Paper scrap we're going to grab. Antibiotics definitely going to grab. And, insulin and stuff. I don't know, because we're not diabetic. We haven't had to use it. We don't have to use it. So I don't know if it's worth picking up because you got carry weight, which your max weight's 100. It's quite a bit. You can upgrade that through backpacks, which we do not appear to have that backpack I wondered about. So I'm going to leave it for now. The syringe, I don't know what else it might be useful for, but we'll find more for now. I'm just going to leave it. Oops. We'll search this. Nothing in this. Now, a cool thing about this game is you can actually destroy a lot of things. Oh, a basic cutting tool. I don't have one. So, yeah, more to come, right? Tissue box, again, we'd be able to dismantle this, but we can't. So, really quick. So, we got a couple of flock magazines for being a cop. We got deputy pants, deputy shirt, leather shoes, the police baton. Looks like we get a night sky magazine for weapon handling. It applies a temporary XP boost for 30 minutes. So we'll use that in a bit here when we're going to be out probably fighting. And then we've picked these things up in the baseball bat. Cell phone is worth mentioning. So you get a cell phone, right? And I don't know what the plan for it is other than it shows your time up there in the upper right. It shows you what time it is. And if you turn it off, that will go away. It also, with it off, if you try to bring up the map, it says you need a map. If you turn it on, you get a map. And the map does show your location. So we're way up here. This map, you can zoom around a little bit, but the map ends right in here somewhere. Probably right here. And it's rather abrupt. Boom, you've hit the edge of the map. It's not refined at all currently, but so this is most of the town. And then you can go off in here further. This is more town. I assume this is the Redford option where you would spawn. I've never tried it, so I do know where some things are, but I'm gonna kind of discover them generically as we go here for right now. Tasks, I don't know. I haven't really looked much at this, so you know, we'll see. But let's see. Open the door. There's more house here, and you can like clean up clutter. Like if you make a base in a house, I guess this actually looks like a visual glitch, but I'll show you what I mean by that. Washer and dryer. We can search them, see if there's anything in them. You can also, oh, you can wash yourself in them too, apparently, but that's a little weird. But you can actually you can open up the search, and you can actually put stuff in them, and then you can turn it on. And if you go back to the search, you can see them here. And the dirtiness, you can see the wetness is going up and the dirtiness is coming down. It will wash your clothes, which is kind of cool. That's the depth I'm talking about. Now, obviously, when the water and the electric runs out, that's going to quit working. But, oops, I didn't want to drink. So, we're going to re-equip these. Oh, I guess you can click on it and say wash. I wonder how that works. You don't have to actually take them out and put them in. Oh, that's kind of awesome. That I didn't know. So you can just do it and it does it instantly. You don't have to wait for it. That's neat. We're going to rewear these. So you do want to stay clean. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button. Cucumber seeds, we'll take them. A lighter we'll definitely take. You can, on a sinks, you can drink, you can wash yourself, and you can fill the sink, which I think when the water runs out, anything you filled may still have water. I don't know for sure. Same with the toilet. You can open it, and you can wash, fill a toilet, you can drink. Looks like there's a pipe in there. Interesting. I'm going to fill the toilet. Just because when we run out of water, if we come back, I mean, who knows? It might still be there. It doesn't look like it changes the graphic. You can do the same. You can wash, drink, and fill the tub. So same sort of thing. You know, fill what you can. I think. Oh, this does have a graphic. Okay. So I don't know. We'll see. It may not be implemented. It may be implemented. I don't know. So we'll go with that. See, it does show how many milliliters are there. So, see how that goes. This is outside. Finish looking through this house first. All right, here's an example of what I was talking about. So, you know, the house obviously trashed, right? We need to eat so we can dismantle stuff. Oh, right there, scissors. So I'm going to take the scissors. And now we can dismantle the long skirt and we'll get cloth, or we can tear it into a bandage. Bandages are important. Spa mask, we're not worry about that. Maybe that's why I already opened. I thought I opened this garbage. Yeah, I guess I had the same. So here's the interesting thing. So, you know, trash, dirty, destroyed houses, right? We can destroy these newspapers and we'll get paper scrap, right? And cardboard scrap, which is useful for stuff. And it will stay gone at least for some length of time. They do respawn. In theory, if you build a utility cabinet for your house, so you're taking it over as a base, it won't respawn these things. I've seen mixed success with that. Sometimes they do seem to still respawn. Others, not so much. But now we can dismantle things because we have the scissors. Not all things can be dismantled with the scissors, but some can. We just got nails. Cardboard pile, so we can destroy that. Some cardboard. I'm not going to collect a lot of this right now because we don't have a base location, but I did want to show. Doors. Not that one, maybe. Yeah, doors you can lock, and then they're locked. And if they're locked, I'll show you in the house. You can't open them from the outside. Oop, we got a zombie coming. See the very panicked up in the upper left there? Which means my character's panicking, which honestly she probably should be. Yeah, there's a bunch of them coming. I'm going to go back in here for a minute because I'd like to switch to that baseball bat. It should work better than this. So we're going to go to the baseball bat, enable for quick use. I'm going to put it in slot 1, and we're going to swap to that. Number keys is how you swap. I'm going to turn on my flashlight. I can't really see crap with that. You can search these, but this looks like it might be a horde. There's a lot of them. Some of them move very slow, some of them move much faster. You can do third person. Scroll wheel will take you out. Pushing the scroll wheel will kind of jump you immediately between two settings, but you can search these. They often have some things, like I'm going to tear this into a bandage, tear this into a bandage. Let's turn on our light. Here's one. I hear another one. I don't think he's terribly close yet. I think they're, at this stage, maybe they all move pretty slow. See, if we dismantle instead, we'll get cloth straps. ID cards, I'm not sure. I think this probably has to do with, it's probably not fully implemented because it's how it says placeholder. I think it means it's just a startings of an idea sort of thing. But you see how it has a name and a date of birth. I think how it says someone's ID, probably not yours. I think they're gonna implement, like, because players can turn into zombies, that you could get an ID card that was yours or your friends or whatever. Holding the attack button down, it doesn't really show in third person, but swinging is just left mouse button. If you hold it, she holds it over her head for a power attack. Doesn't really show that in third person. Probably, again, not implemented yet, but we're going to get some bandages here because we definitely want them. Dress shoes we can dismantle, and we get leather. Money we want to take because you can use it for... Uh-oh. See, that one was moving a little faster. Money... money you want to take because... I don't know why. I'm assuming you're going to be able to buy stuff. Honestly, I don't know if that's fully implemented yet, but whiskey. You definitely want to take whiskey because you can clean your wounds with it. Very important. This game doesn't have an in-depth metabolism, and at least not yet. These are all moldy. Debit cards we'll take because we can get money out of ATMs with it. It doesn't have an in-depth metabolism or injury thing, per se, at least as yet. But it has an interesting one because you don't have the depth like you would with, say, Scum, but you have wounds that'll kill you, wounds that can get infected. You can get sick, like if you eat moldy food or whatnot, you'll get sick. You can catch the zombie virus from bites and whatnot. And you'll, like, within 3 days, game days obviously, you'll turn into a zombie. So, I'm forgetting to pick them up. The chance increases as you get dirty. I'll wait till my character gets dirty and you'll be able to see it, but stats, you got thirsty and whatnot. But I'll show you, I'll let her get dirty, and then I'll show you the dirtier you are, the more the chance you get infected. Which can mean, I'm not sure. It may mean just like a normal infection, which happens, or it may mean the zombie infection. It's a little unclear to me, and I haven't really experimented with it, but kind of another depth feature is this, like, batteries, like battery use. So the cell phone, mine's on, so I can see the map. Remember I showed you that. It's also working as my light right now because I haven't found a flashlight. But this percentage will keep going down, and you'll have to replace the battery. So for now, I'm going to turn it off until we get to where we need the map. So now I don't have the map available currently, but I'm just going to finish searching this place and we'll move on. Books. If you read a book, it will lower your stress level. Bread knife, we're not gonna worry about that right now. I'm gonna concentrate a little more now on just items we kind of need currently. I'm not gonna worry too much about raw materials. I just kind of wanted to show it. I'm gonna take the spare cell phone because when you die, you come back with some of your stuff. It seems to be a bit random. It also seems to be based on what you found recently. This recent tab will show you what you found in the last, I believe it's 30 minutes. And anything you found in the last 30 minutes, you will lose when you respawn. I do think there's a few glitches with it. I don't think it's quite clean cut yet, but that's what they've said the plan kind of is. Here's a very fresh nutty bar. Definitely going to grab that. Homestyle cooking is like a a skill book. So I'm definitely gonna grab that. And this one, I can't use them yet because I'm level locked, but bridges are working currently. So frozen fries, frozen fish. They're better if they're cooked. You get better health bonus from them. But broth I can use to drink currently. It doesn't cross over as food like it does in some games, but I'm gonna grab these because they can be used in cooking and they're fresh. So for right now, we're going to grab them up. That does the house mostly. I'm going to go kill that thing. Oh, wait, we haven't done this room. So, another bedroom type thing. Insulated canteen. Oh, there is a flashlight. Perfect. So, if we take the flashlight... And these are all categorized, which makes it a lot easier. I tend to forget to use it, but this has got 27% battery, so... You know, we'll look for a new battery for it, but... We're going to equip the flashlight. Wait. Oh. Where is it? The flashlight. Wow. I'm losing it here. We're going to equip the flashlight. And it's on, so we're going to turn it off. So if you look at your thing, anything you got equipped is here. Which, usually have the cell phone equipped too. Oh. I don't know why it didn't show up, but... Found this other cell phone. It has less battery, so yeah, armor things. You got head and back stuff. I've never played with the hide thing, so I'm not quite sure how that works. But let's take a quick look. Hide. It might be. I don't think the base level clothing. I don't think they'll let you hide. Let's see. Like the underwear. Yeah, okay, so it's not a good view to see it, but maybe there. If I click on the pants and I say hide, it takes them off. It's dark right now. So that's pretty much, that's the basics of it. We'll get down to a little better play here. There's concepts of composting bins. I'm not sure if they exactly work. Here's two quicker movements. So all right, I got scratches. So if I go to my medical, you see scratches. Should heal on their own. But you can treat it with whiskey. So sterilized, and then you can also suture, which I tend to only do on the deeper cuts. We don't have the thing to suture with, but we can use a makeshift bandage and apply it, and then it's bandaged, and it will heal faster. You can see we're drowsy, we're getting towards where we need a nap, we're peckish, so we're getting hungry, and we're thirsty. So kind of basic. It's not like an in-depth metabolism of your vitamin D is down and all that kind of thing, like games like Scum have. To be honest, I don't concentrate on that sort of thing in my play, so I don't miss it. Oop. Results may vary. You hold down shift to run, left shift to run, and you hold down left control to crouch. They don't seem to toggle. I don't think there's an option for that, but so I typically, when I have time to loot the zombies, I typically see sometimes you dismantle and you don't get anything, it fails, but I tend to make bandages, the makeshift bandages, a lot because I like the band. Oh, Jesus! I like the bandage as much as I can. This is kind of an oversight in my mind. It's probably just because it's a demo. They haven't completely implemented it yet. But even though I just got hit again and my scratches thing went up, it's still sterilized in bandages. It probably should be a separate thing, but. And I'm sore. I'm feeling sore. This is causing my melee speed to go down and whatnot. I can use painkillers. I don't believe I have any yet. Oh, I did find one. So I can take a pill. Oh, oh, get out of the net. Oh, 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 oh. Chef Tell came after me. You guys get close. You can see time of day is fairly quick. There are settings for that. I think they're console commands only at this point. So I can't. Oh. Yeah. So if you click on something, it gives you the description. If you want to pick it up, you have to shift click. Bug spray. We can't dismantle that yet. I don't know that you can use it, but I want to look at this chef. It's the first chef zombie I've run into. No bonus for the chef hat. So water resistance bonus for the apron. That's kind of cool. I want to make a couple more bandages. Oh, what do we get if we dismantle the chef hat? Cloth. Okay. Alright, so the garage. The garage has other things to search. Items are kind of, it's probably not perfect yet, but they are more garagey, right? Soil bag, spark plugs for your engine. The car thing is, the driving's a little basic, but it's not terrible. The cars, kind of basic models, like you know, it could use some polish, but it's there. It kind of works pretty decent. The neat thing is there's several parts that you have to swap in and out to keep your car tip-top. So it's kind of nice. These are really good, 100% spark plugs. I am definitely going to keep them. So basic staples, industrial drill driver. So there's various, oh, driver bit. I don't know that these are needed yet, so I'm not going to pick them up right now. But the tools themselves you do need. Flare gun. I've never seen that before. Interesting. I'm going to grab that just because I've never seen it. If we find some ammo, we'll use it. Glue bottles. I've never found a full one yet. I don't know if it's just something that's not implemented yet. Most bottles and stuff you can use for storing stuff, so you know, it's not like it's worthless. Crosshead screwdriver, used for as a screwdriver. It can be a can opener. It can do damage, but it's more of a tool. There's several tools that are useful for various different tasks. So you kind of want one of each. You don't have to necessarily carry one of each kind, because there's some of them are like a higher class of other ones, so I tend to pick up one of each tool, and I'll keep them in my car or my base, and go from there. The stapler, I'm gonna wait. We can get a better stapler, and I don't believe I've actually run into a use for the stapler yet, so. This looks like some kind of little utility shed. School backpack. Okay, so backpacks. They work a little different in this than they do in, say, Scum or whatnot. They don't give you a separate inventory, but they increase your carry weight. So you see this will increase, where is it? Extra 50 pounds, right? So we can currently carry a max of 105. If we wear this backpack, it goes up to 156.2. There must be some fractions in there that are rounded out, but so now we're wearing a backpack, and our storage increased. So I also say I picked up leather shoes. I didn't mean to, but let's take a look. Insulation average, water resistance -5, for our sneakers. Run speed plus 10. The leather shoes are the same, except they give us better blunt and bladed resistance, but less bullet resistance. But only by 0.1. So I'm going to actually swap out to the leather shoes. And I'm going to dismantle the sneakers. Another thing I should mention, you can lock items. And this will come into play better later, but there's put these, which will put everything. There's take all options. That some of them don't work exactly like you would anticipate, but they're useful. So I'm going to I'm going to remove this baton from quick access because it's not as good as the baseball bat. So I'm going to lock certain items, like my weapon, the clothes I'm wearing, anything I definitely want on me at all times, like let's say our bandage stuff, the cell phone we're using, the flashlight, the scissors, the lighter. So these are locked. So what that means is if I open the storage shed, I can say put these, and it will put everything in my inventory, everything visible on this tab, into that cabinet. So say I go to just weapons. These are my weapons. If I say put these, it will put everything there that's not locked into the cabinet. Same with this kind of thing, right? And these are filters, they're on or off, right? So if I take everything off, so everything is showing, and I say put these, it will put everything not locked into the cabinet. So that's a very handy feature. Take all will take everything, provided you can carry it, which this weighs 24. I definitely have room for that, so I can take everything back. So it's kind of for a demo, it's fairly complete in some respects, right? That's a very nice polish feature. So, all right, let's continue. Let's find something else. Like I said, I do plan to play this kind of as a playthrough, so I'll skip around a little bit for this first one maybe, but we're going to try to make decisions based on trying to survive. So look at all of the zombies down there. You can also, and let's see if I can get one zombie, and I'll show you the. If I put my bat away and I just raise my arms, then I'll punch. It's actually viable on a small scale to punch. Let's see if we can do this. And it gets better. You see on the right, the stats going up, the pluses for when I hit. So it's actually viable, at least at the beginning or whatnot, or if you've died and you're you have no weapon. It's doable. So another ID card. Not us. Currently, I'm just going to concentrate on bandages right now because we need to establish some kind of base, and I have an idea of where I want to do it because I think it will give us the ability to do a good look at more of the crafting type stuff. This is a school, I think. I'm not going to really go into it right now because we don't have the ability to carry, and no place to really store it yet, so I'm not going to really worry about it. These crawling zombies, at least in the multiplayer dedicated server version, they can, I think, glitch, because they can be almost impossible to kill. Don't know in single player? Let's find out. They're a little hard to hit, because you got to be right on top of them and looking down. Okay, so that wasn't bad. So it might just be a dedicated server thing, but you know, like I said, there's some bugs and stuff. So I always check the food, see if this is moldy. We're gonna ignore it. It's not worth it. I guess I'll show you. So we can eat this, and we may or may not get sick. Let's see what it says in our medical. It looks like we might have got away with it. Another thing to mention is stats. So this is where your agility and all that kind of stuff is leveling up. And every so many points, I'm not sure what it is, maybe 25, you get a perk. So gain one every 25 levels. Yep. Okay, so here's the available perks. Now there's a bank it option that you'll gain an additional perk when you hit 100. So you can bank it till level 100. I don't know if these scale or what the idea is there, but there's different things. You know, XP gained by related skill tasks increased by 25, blah, blah, blah. I usually start with those because I think it increases the speed they go up at. So say unlock, and away you go. And these change with the level. Like, these won't necessarily all be available, I don't think. So that was agility, immunity. Nope, I better see where that is. 2 of them. Let's take care of those. Again, I'm going to grab the whiskey. Rotten onion, moldy. Let's eat another. Let's eat a moldy carrot slice. And see if we get the sickness. Doesn't look like it. And again, we picked the spec at the beginning that helps with that a little bit. So let's get back to this. So immunity. Again, you can bank it. Again, you can do the XP thing. Chance of dirty bandages becoming infected is reduced by 25%. That's a good one. But again, I'm going to do the muscle memory, and I could be totally wrong about this, but I think this means that things will level up faster. Or the XP for it. Vitality, we also have one. Oh, well, that's weird. I thought it said we had one available. I guess not. Or maybe I accidentally picked it or something, but 50% less likely to get broken arms and legs. So, pretty decent. Alright, let's, if you run, as you run, you'll lose stamina eventually. Depending on your skill stuff. This was probably dumb. Oh, this was probably very dumb. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, I put my bat away. Oh, no, you're the bat. Oh, shit, run. What happened? That doesn't work. How did I get my bat put away? Ooh, okay, so here we go. Deep wound. And my health is almost gone, so I need to, I cannot, shit, I need food. I can't, just a second. I'm going to use a better bandage. I can't suture it because I don't have the stuff to suture yet. So it's bandaged. Excruciating pain, so I'm going to take a painkiller. Takes me to slight pain. I could take another one and get that down, but I'm not going to because I may need it, and I've only got one left. So Yeah, close call. And due to stupidity, and I don't understand what happened. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand how that got put away. But you can see, I can't, there's no way to pan it, I've found, but you can see on her arm there, she's got some wounds. It doesn't show here, but another neat thing to note, you will, if you eat too much, you will actually get fat. If you don't eat enough, you'll lose weight. So you will dynamically gain and lose weight as you go. I'm gonna search another house here, since we need to heal anyway, and this should be a little safer perhaps than running around on the street, although I hear footsteps. Cigarette packs. Cigarettes will I can't remember, and they do reduce stress. I think that's what it is. We should probably sleep, but the problem with sleep is time passes. So you'll end up hungry. Very hungry sometimes, and I don't really have a lot of food right now. But, got food. Huh. I'm not sure what that's useful for, but we're not going to worry about it right now. Fajita kit you can use to, you can eat it just like that, but you can also, with some other items, you can make fajitas, and it'll give you better food. All this is edible for a little bit. Like I said, we probably should sleep, so I'm gonna bank up a few of them. TVs work-ish, at least now. There are DVDs you can find. I've only found one and it really didn't do much. I think it's mostly unimplemented. But I'll grab them. Parcels you can unpack. And I got nothing out of that one. I have found that sometimes it seems like parcels, if you have them in your inventory, they seem to have a better chance. See, I got a glass bowl, which can be used for cooking, I believe. You can dismantle it, but I'm going to drop it right now. I don't need to carry it. It will stay, at least in the dedicated server thing, it will stay for basically ever. Okay, here we go. I can reduce some stress by reading this. And I found a Bolt 1911 and a couple of rounds, or a couple mags, which have some rounds in them. So, and also a few extra rounds. So that's a great find. So we can go down here and don't put it back. We can add that to our quick use. I like my melee on 2. You don't seem to be able to just influence this. You can drag and drop it, but you can't just set it to something and leave it there. You can see my baseball bat's getting a little weak. It's getting down there, so we need to fix that. But thread and needles I'm taking. I can't lockpick yet. Threads and needles I'm taking because we can make the suture kit. It's not called that, but it's funny. The needle and thread actually make a needle and thread, or thread and needle, or something like that. So named kind of interestingly, but I'm going to try the sleep thing, and I'll show you how you just kind of, in the single player without the multiplayer thing turned on, I think you actually do a whole sleepy save thing. But so I feel rested. So if I look at my medical, yeah, I'm good to go. So I am hungry. So I'm gonna... These are gonna go bad fastest. Not gonna get a lot. If I cooked these, I would get a lot more. But I'm gonna eat it, and it'll go down by 5. I got frozen fish. That's 20. That's gonna be really good. But I got a stomach ache due to something I ate. So maybe eating frozen fish. Maybe it was raw. I don't know. So I've got a stomach ache. It's really not affecting me bad, other than some pain currently. And it seems to have spiked my thirsty. So it's not terrible, but you can get actually quite sick. I'm not terribly dirty yet, so I'm not gonna wash myself. I'm gonna wait on that. There is a fill container. Let's see. Do we have it? Oh, we have an empty whiskey bottle. All right, I'm not gonna do that because that would get confusing. In fact, I'm gonna drop the empty whiskey bottle. All right. Alright, I'm actually going to turn on the cell phone. Let's see where we're at. So we are... Oh, see, I actually went the wrong way. I'm almost at the end of the map. We started somewhere down in here. This is what? That's the central school, so that's where we were at. So we I think we started... Yeah, somewhere here. So we're going to go back the other way. Maybe not do something as dumb as we did on the way here. Alright, we gotta keep an eye on that. Oh! Oh! Oh, I thought it was dead. So that one was not dead, it was just sleeping, and it got up and attacked me. And then I heard it, and it became a crawler. So, kind of neat that that kind of stuff is in there. Alright, that should be enough bandages for a bit. Go past that crawler. See what happens here. Yeah, this is where we started up this way. Yep. It's a little glitch there. Some of these slow ones we can deal with later. I'm going to see 42, so it's down to 34. So this bat's going fast. I'm actually going to go in here because there's a couple more bats. My previous playthroughs, which most of my time was spent on a multiplayer kind of server we're doing, but I don't remember the bats going down that fast, but interesting. Somewhere in here. Oh, there was a bed in the room, right? So one of these had bats. Oop, that's outside. Was it? It was here. Yeah, I'm gonna grab both of those. What is this? What do we get for this? Can we break it? We can dismantle it now, and we get electrical scrap and plastic scrap. Okay. Alright. I should have picked them up right from the get-go, but I didn't think it would go down quite that fast. So we're going to head off the other way, towards the town proper. And run and jump. Oh, hey, there's a zombie in there. Run and jump doesn't work like it does in Scum. Not sure I like it. But, again, I don't know that it's not implemented yet. It's hard to say. Scratches again. Okay, I actually need to answer something really quick, so I'm going to just pause this and we'll come right back. Nope. Back. Sorry about that. So this is locked. See? Can't get in. I can't lockpick because I don't have lockpick. I could bash the door down and get in. Probably. I don't want to waste the bat, but... Yeah, you can see the door health is going down. Got a zombie beat. Oh, there it is. I should probably load the gun, actually. I'm gonna go first person. So load it. It's the R button. And we got 8 shots. And if we look in our inventory, we got 1 mag left there. We still got these. You can reload the mags. Baseball bat is getting very low. Another school backpack, tongue and groove players. Okay, so basic players. We're gonna take those. This is one of the ones where there are better ones that kind of replace these. So when we get to that point, and what that is, and it's not realistic, so know that up front. But adjustable wrench works as both players and a wrench. So when we find an adjustable wrench, we can get rid of, I'll probably just store it off, but the players. So we won't need them separately. There's more. Thermometer tells you the time. I'm not sure what good it is. I'll read that. Zombie sauce. Something to mention. Ooh, nice. You can change the blinds. Oops. You can put them up, or all the way up, or all the way down. Oops. So you really kind of want to lower them all so the zombies don't see you from outside. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but claw hammer. We're going to take that because we need a hammer. There's a sledgehammer which will replace that, and there's a mini sledgehammer which weighs a lot less that will actually work as both. So that's the ideal preferred, at least currently. Cooking oil we want. Take that. I don't have a cooking pot yet, so I can't show you the cooking, but the cooking is decently done. Especially for a demo. Glass bowl. We can now dismantle that. We didn't get anything. The higher your dismantling goes, the more you have stuff not fail. And we were thirsty. Do I remember that? Nope, we hadn't done that. We're peckish. She's always peckish. I don't worry too much about peckish. I wait till it gets hungry, because I'll tell you what I did do is I ate really well when I was playing, and she got massive. And it was funny because I was kind of sort of like real life, I guess, right? I was playing along, and I would have a passing thought like, wow, she looks different than she did, right? But it didn't trigger. And one of the people I was playing with was like, Cal, you're getting fat. Yeah, we had a good laugh, but then I realized, and I was like, oh my God, he's right. Oh, cast iron pan. Beautiful. Now we can cook. I don't know if we have anything really to cook, but we'll be able to show you when we do. Picking up these bandages. They're always going to be important. Game controller. I'm not worried about the insulated flask. Towel will let you dry yourself. When you're wet, I think it slows you down, I think is what the thing is. Trucker hat. Don't need it. Combination players. So they're also a basic player. So they probably would work the same. Oh, I don't know. Just click the category. They would probably work exactly the same as the tongue and groove. 0.6. I'm looking for the weight. Why am I not seeing the weight? Oh, they weigh the same. So yeah, they've got the exact same stats. Not gonna worry about it. Trapper hat. Doesn't really do anything for you. Diapers. I mean, diapers. Right? Wonder what? Yeah, I didn't get anything. Claw hammer we've already got. Which, did I lock it? I try to lock all the stuff I want, because I do use that transfer feature often. Plunger. Right? It can be a weapon. Kind of funny. Ooh, look at this. It's the junk room. Schematic for a circular saw blade. We're going to grab that. Can't use it yet because we're skill locked, but I hear a zombie out there. Grab a spare lighter. Alright, so we're kind of getting... I mean, we're a little over half of our carry ability, but inventory gets harder to manage physically too, the higher you get, so it's probably time to start thinking about a storage option, either a base or a vehicle, or both. Let's check this shed. Got some iron scrap. We're gonna grab that. Keyboard you can use as a weapon. You can also destroy it. Aluminum scrap will grab that. One of this. No, I can't. So here we got, oh, first person so I can see. Here we got some nails, oops, screws, nails, locking pliers, mini sledge. Oh, beautiful. And there's a bunch of seeds. We're not going to worry about that right now. Hacksaw, and here's what we're looking for. Adjustable wrench. A stapler. Again, I'm just going to wait. I don't think there's much of a use for it yet. Another spare lighter and a fishing rod. I think there is fishing. I have not tried it. So I'm going to grab that. Let's go to our tools. And you can see the adjustable wrench is still heavy pliers. It's still called heavy pliers. But it's also, like, for the cars in particular, there's some things you have to have a wrench for. So we're going to lock that. That's one of our base tools. We're also going to lock the hacksaw, which is heavy cutting. We can get rid of the tongue and groove. I'm not going to throw them out. We'll keep them just in case we run into a need. But we lock the hacksaw. We'll lock the mini sledge. Unlock the claw hammer, because claw hammer is a hammer. Mini sledge is a heavy hammer, so it will still work as a hammer. We're kind of a road up from the main drag, and I do kind of want to get to the main drag, so I think we'll head down. And I know that just from experience, but you can see this is kind of the main. This road goes all the way down through. So we'll end up with deaths. When you die, you tend to end up in a random location. I don't know. So I don't think this has anything in it really. What do you get for destroying it? Rubber scrap. Rubber scrap's useful. You can fix the car parts, sometimes unrealistically so. Like you can fix timing belt, and I think rubber scraps is one of the things you need for that, which is a little silly. It's not something you're going to do on a workbench in a shed, really. Let's skip houses for a bit here. That guy's after me, but he's just a crawler. Oh, I just saw one running over here. Never actually looked at this gazebo. Guess there's really nothing there. See, it's slightly exerted, and as I run, that will keep going up. Now, the location I'm kind of thinking of for a base is actually out that way, if memory serves. So we'll keep that in mind. But I think let's take a look at this car thing. Car there's the SUV here. Let's look at the SUV. So in the trunk you've got storage. You get in, get out, whatnot. You open the hood. This is your whole... Oh, I hear somebody walking. I'm going to take care of him just because this will take us a moment or two. Okay, so cars. If you open the hood, here's all your stuff. So chassis, parts. A car will drive with this at 0. I don't know if that's intended or not, but 47%, radio, car battery, everything is usable. So, oh, that noise is a horde. And we are not quite ready for a horde. sure how this is going to go, actually. Oop. This is probably going to be a death. Yep, this is not good. Yep, I'm dead. Wow, I was going to show you what cars were like. So, you can die. Yep. I'm going to say start again. So now, we actually started it like a POI. It's a named POI, which is interesting. I've never had that happen before. No map, because no phone. We do have a lot of our stuff, including one of our broken baseball bats and the police baton. We got some bandages. Could be worse. We do not have a phone. Oh, we do have a phone. Oh, because I found that a while back. Okay, so we're going to equip it, turn it on, and see where we are. We're way down here. We died somewhere up in here. If we can get back fast enough, which is less than likely, we might be able to get some of our stuff back. So we're going to kind of ignore everything. I'm really not sure how the hell to get out of here. Oh, went right by it. Unlock it, open it. Alright. I don't know if this will be usable. Let's just try it. I need to get back fast, so... Oh, this actually has a key in it. That's perfect. Yeah, zombies can really throw cars around. It's a little crazy, but... I don't know exactly where we were up here, but... Either this car is really damaged or my driving stinks, because it's really slowing down. There you can see a UTV, side by side, whatever you want to call it. Those are in the game. Oh, the X. It looks like the X is telling me where my body is. Never seen that before. I don't know what that green thing was. Is it telling me my body's there? I'm a little unclear on what this X is. Oh, this is probably about where we died, right? I don't see my body. Like I said, I think there's a chance I could be a zombie. You can see the horde is actually still here. Alright, is this me? Yeah. Oh. So that was me. So the X was bringing me back to myself. Still got the remnants of this horde. Now we got deep wounds already. So let's fix those. Oh. Wow. I'm not getting a break here. Where is the whiskey? Fly. Let's do the makeshift. I think will work. Yeah. Alright. So, wow. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this thing out of the way. Currently, you have to get the first person to turn the vehicle on, turn it off, get in or out. Massive amount of zombies here. There. This guy's stuck in the ground. This one's trying to beat its way out of the store. Clear the glass, because you will cut yourself. Broken glass is quite dangerous, actually. Alright. So. This wound is pretty bad still. Oh, is it infected? It is infected, so I think I can remove the bandage. I think I can re-whiskey it. Nope, didn't help. And let's re-bandage it. And let's take an antibiotic. That cleared the infection. Okay. So, pretty bad shape, even after dying and coming back. Oh, look at all these guys up here. Not really in condition to take care of those. So let's look at this truck here. Same sort of deal. It's apparently not in as good a shape as the other one, but it is usable. Oops, what did I do? Did not want to click on you. It is usable. And I believe it has more storage than the SUV. Remember that? This will take 500 pounds. Maybe not. I think the SUV actually holds more, which is a little weird to me, but let's try for that SUV. Oh, this guy's coming. And the zombies around a place may contain car keys. So that van that we just took to get here had car keys in it. Kind of rare. But the buildings or zombies around where the car is possibly might have keys to it, and then you don't have to hotwire it. Hot wiring, if you fail, does damage the vehicle some. Oop, there's more whiskey and some gin. Both good stuff. This car, if we look at the storage in this car, it will hold less than the truck. 136, right? So, kind of realistic there. Things, type of vehicle will hold less than others. This van that we brought here actually holds 1,000. So, really good. They're pretty slow. And we pretty well messed it up mowing down zombies. I mean, this thing's barely hanging on. So, make sure I searched all these guys. Stinky smell. It must be one of these guys rotting. Either that or we've gotten really dirty, but I don't think we have. May or may not be attracted because of the smell. Yeah, so there's that. So, here's the ATM, right? We can withdraw from these debit cards to get the money. Oops. Insufficient funds. So, alright, those are both. Those are both gone now. I'm going to get rid of them, but I'm not going to just drop them. I want to show you something with that, too. Use search. Nothing in them. Nothing there. Something appears to be running out there. Oh, ice cream. We gotta be hungry enough to eat a little of that. I'm gonna take those because they're drinks currently. I can drink right out of this. So here's the trash can. So check this out. I don't know if this is the type, but is it? Yeah. So I can search this, and anything I don't want, like where are those debit cards that we just took care of, we can throw in there because things persist forever in this, right? Or forever-ish. So you can put whatever you want in these garbage cans, and then if you get like just at the right spot, like it's there, you can hit dispose and confirm, and it will get rid of all of it. And now it's empty. So that's kind of cool. You can actually clean up after yourself, which is not a bad idea. You can turn lights on while this power holds. Zombie outside, kind of mad. These are one stack per. Fedora gives us nothing good. Looking to see if there's any car keys here that might go to that SUV. I didn't check. They could very well actually be in it, but we actually need those. Yep, still got our school backpack. Okay. I don't know if I can find the keys, but guess not. Wait, what's it? Stapled gun. See, that's better than the other stapler, but there's a nail gun, I think, that does the same thing. So these light bulbs can replace the light bulbs in your cars. You can buy out of these vending machines with the money. See, right there, a car key. Don't know what it goes to, but it might go to what we're looking for, right? It's possible. Oops. If you have rotted items on you, you'll smell, and it could attract zombies, so it's another kind of cool feature. I'm not going to go out that way because it sounds like they're on that side of the building. See all these broken windows? I don't want to. I want to clear them so I don't cut myself. And while I believe you can clear them with your bare hands, you will cut yourself. So you want to have a bat equipped or some gloves or something of the sort. The dress shirt and the ice thing. Alright, we need to see about these zombies out here. Oh, this bat's at 1%. We still have the spare bats? Yes, okay. So we're going to add that to quick use. We're going to take this one and remove from quick use. And we're actually going to, I don't know why I don't just do that. We're going to drop. Wait, what? I don't know. We're going to drop it. Now, drop doesn't seem to always work. It did there. Sometimes it pops right back up in. Alright, and while we're here, let's look at... No, what do we have for 45 rounds? So we can reload these. So let's load bullets. Oops, they're already loaded. One bullet at a time, but it clicks very fast, so... Let's... I keep forgetting about the categories. Let's take our bolt. Let's add it to quick use. We'll go here and swap them around where I like them, and then we will reload. Alright. Take care of these guys because I don't want them sneaking up while we're trying to deal with this car. Oh! Got it just around the corner of that building. Again, I'm just searching for the possibility they might have the car key that I'm looking for. Here comes one here. car battery. See, I'm carrying too much.